Hi students, welcome to BA 131 Business Interpretation here at Santa Ana College. My name is Professor Lilian de la Torre. I've been teaching here for 7 years and I'm really excited to see how this program has grown from a certificate program to 2 years ago. We added the Vietnamese English interpreting program and also we made it into an associate degree. So welcome. I know some of you have contacted me and asked if you could take this as a no pass class, and if you wanted to count as a required class for the certificate of the associate degree, the answer is no. You have to take it for a letter grade. Please make sure that you review the syllabus. I have a syllabus review video that you can find in Module 1. In this welcome video, I'm going to go over some sections of the course here in the navigation panel, and also some very important things that you need to know. So first of all, here in the navigation panel, for those of you that are new to Canvas, here you can find all the pages, the announcements. Every week, starting in Module 2, I'm going to have an audio in the announcements to give you heads up and to let you know how the class in general is doing in assignments, what are some of the things that I'm finding and when as I'm grading, etc. So make sure you get into the habit of reading your announcements here, because every week there's going to be an audio, and that is to support you and to give you more feedback, and also just supported information on heads up on assignments that are coming up, and reminders also. Syllabus, again, you know where to find that. The modules, we're going to go and review the modules up to Module 1 right now. Assignments, my recommendation is that you go in every module from top to bottom. We'll go over that right now. But if you need to come in and have an access or look for an assignment, you could just click here. Your grades are here. The attendance is here. People, you can communicate with others through here. The Tech Connect Zoom, closer to the final, I'm going to have office hours, and you would click here to join the office hours. NetTutor, you have tutoring because this is an online class. However, they will not be able to help you with interpreting and translating assignments, but just in general, if you're writing anything else, or then it would be here. Studio is the section in Canvas where you could house your audios or also your videos. So we're going to start here with the description. So some of you are taking at the same time the BA 130 and this class, and some of you I had it in other former classes. So welcome, and welcome those of you that I have not had the pleasure to meet yet. Looking forward to it. Here, I take it up a notch, even though it's not a requirement that you take BA 130 before this class. But in this class, we do specialize and go more in depth into some sections, okay? So for this one, you are going to go more into government. What does it mean to translate? What opportunities are there for government interpreting with the government agencies? We're going to go through modules into the special education, IEPs, individualized educational plan interpreting for high school districts. From K to 12, what does it mean, and what do you have to look for when you're interpreting for social media marketing, presentations or advertising, etc. So make sure you read your course description, and also here your learning outcomes is going to be a question part of the syllabus, so make sure you go over that as well. For quick links, you can also click on these buttons, and we're going to start with the modules. So the very first thing that I recommend that you do is start here, where it's at the very top of the very first module you're going to have is the Start Here course information. This is where you find this welcome video, the accessible course syllabus. It's also here. You have it in Word PDF. Please download it because you're going to need it for your syllabus review. My contact info is here. You can inbox me here in Canvas. That's my preference, but you can also send me an email. And then my instructor portfolio is here. I also highly encourage you to open it and take a look at what my experience is. I've been translating for over 25 years and interpreting. Most of my experiences in written translations. But I want to share my real life experiences with you, and also real life projects. So a lot of the assignments are real life projects that I have from clients because I want you to benefit from that. Here I have an example of a current translation that I did for La Habra Live, their city newsletter, through my client of over 20 years, Corner Store Communication. Right here is their logo. They also do press and coverage for a major and numerous law enforcement agencies, including many police departments in Orange County. I also have a client, Alan Hancock College in Santa Maria, that I've been doing translation since 2008. So I have many years of experience. I've done translations for, here's some subtitling that I did, because you do have an assignment to do subtitles for a brief commercial, a past commercial from the census of 2020. And then here you're going to see the subtitles that I did, so you can look at my work here. I also translated for book authors, some presentations that they did worldwide for private clients. Citrus College in Glendora, they're still my clients. So right now I have three clients: Corner Store Communications, Citrus College, and Hancock Community College in Santa Maria that I do freelance translations for. In Rancho Santiago, our community college district for Santa Ana and Santiago Canyon College, I did translations for them for over 20 years, but I stopped working for them due to conflict of interest so I could teach this class. But I do have a lot of experience writing press releases and handbooks, et cetera, et cetera. I also had the opportunity to do some work for the I Can Afford College for the Department of Education in Sacramento, former wedding magazine and boxing magazine publisher, and I'm a journalist also of 20 years of experience. So I hope I'm not giving away my age with all these years of experience that I have, but this is just so that you could see what commonalities we have. So reach out. I do have a teaching credential in besides having my MBA and my certified workforce development credential as an employment counselor and career coach. I do have two teaching credentials for K to 12 in adult schools in marketing, sales, and services, and also in business and finance. So there's a commonality there. Or if you're interested in finding out how to obtain a teaching credential, please by all means reach out. Very important that you go over the course policies here, the academic honesty policy. This is an interpreting class. I have mentioned it as well for my students in BA 130. So if you're taking both classes, this is going to be repetitive, but I cannot really stress it enough. I It's not a coincidence when I get a submission that is exactly the same from 4, 5, 6 students, because they all went to Google Translate and they just copy pasted it, didn't do their due diligence, didn't correct any of the proofing, the syntax, the subject verb agreement. Remember, those are machine translators, and they're not 100% accurate. So it is your job to go and make sure that the syntax, because I require everything to be done en el verbo de todo, tiene que estar en usted. So, for example, you can say, usted viene, right? Okay. O tú vienes, tiene que ser la S. So I see a lot of syntax errors where students use the verb usted and the incorrect verb. So, usted viene, tú vienes, usted vienes, right? So it's wrong. So a lot of it, it's not cut by the machine reader. So that's one of the major mistakes that I see from students making, also missing the artículos. Because they're just translating as they go, and that's not the correct sentence for Spanish. So you do need fluency. You need to be fluent in Spanish in this class, and you need to be fluent in English, because you're going to do written translations, and you're also going to be doing oral interpreting and site translations. So um, some students in the past have enrolled in my class that are not native speakers, and they have done very well, but they had to put more effort and more hours because they were not native Spanish speakers or native English. They had another language other than English and Spanish, believe it or not, as their first language, but they knew multiple languages. So it took them a while, but they did get a really good grade in my class. So if that's your situation, be prepared, because you're going to have to put the time and effort. The SAT quest for online orientation, you're going to find it as an extra credit. So it's not, it says 0 points, because if you decide not to do it, that's fine. It's not going to impact you, but you are going to get 100 points if you do it as an extra credit. That's mostly for students that are new. I highly encourage you to do the online success orientation. You're going to find it as a course. If you go in dashboard, it's going to show up as a course. I have students that have already done it 3 or 4 years ago. That's fine. Just take a screenshot of your certificate and upload it if you would like. Now, the student resources section, this is very important. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is, because this is an online course. Most of you do not take in-person classes. Some of you are part of the California Community College Virtual College and are from other parts of California. But do take advantage of what you have, because as a SAC College student, you have a lot of resources available. If you're on campus, please use our pantry. We have free pantry for our students. If you don't have a computer, borrow a laptop. So you need services from the health department. There's many resources there where you could get referrals to it on campus and off campus. So just make sure that you go over that section. And of course, because this is an online asynchronous class, we do not meet. All classes have the NetTutor. However, NetTutor for this particular topic does not provide assistance with interpreting and translations, but for other writing assignments, they do. Okay, so you're going to have access to educational glossaries. The class has not opened, so it's not showing this screen, but it's going to show in your modules when the class opens up. Because this is a zero cost textbook class, we provide you with the resources. So you're going to have glossaries for education, for business, for medical, and legal. And then a refresher, this, if you're in the BA 130 class, you're going to see the exact same module because I expect everyone to go over some key areas of Spanish grammar. And the same if you do need to have support in English, then I would recommend you enroll in an English class. Or if you need to improve your fluency in Spanish, then enroll in a Spanish class because that's one of the electives for the program because we do recognize that you do need to have a good foundational support in that area in that language where that is not your strongest language. Okay, so those are just a refresher. And then here, make sure that you're in the correct class. If you are taking it for an elective for some other class, make sure that you are in the correct class. Make sure that you're taking it for a letter grade if you want it to be part of the certificate or the degree program, because otherwise it will not count. And I've had situations where the students, for some reason, I don't know who made a mistake, and they're like, no, I don't, I want to take it for a letter grade. I don't know what it's showing as a no pass because it in that case it would not count for their certificate. So they're still doing all that paperwork to have it changed, but it's better to do it now than later. Okay, so also make sure that you meet with a career counselor, a career education counselor, to if you have any questions about the program. This area right here, if you're not interested in becoming a core interpreter, this is you can just disregard this area right here. But this area right here is for those of you that are interested in becoming core interpreters. I received a teaching grant from Course Hero, an organization that does a professional development for faculty in the U.S. I was one of two in California to receive a grant last year. So my grant was, the proposal was to create a module in my classes with resources for the written examination, for the court interpreter's written examination. So if you're interested, just go from top to bottom. It is student generated content because that was the purpose of the grant, to include students. So students generated content to help others prepare for the exam. And then here I have the information for the SIBO publishing products. Some of other professors in the program also use them. And this, I tell you where to access them, where to purchase them. And then here I give you just some examples of what they have so that if you're interested in buying their products, you could know what they're about. And then here are some suggested resources from other students that have either passed the test already or that are practicing to pass the test. So this is just to empower you if you are interested in the court interpreting program. For module one, I wanted to show you module one because all the modules are structured pretty much the same way. At the top, please start at the top. I only open one module at a time. So at the top, you're going to start with the introduction. It's going to tell you what it is, the topics that we're going to address. And then you're going to have the video lecture here for syllabus review, and then the video lectures are here. Okay, so in this case, module one, you're going to go over module one, and then here is a census video for Spanish subtitle. Here, I'm going to tell you how to work on this one because you need to write the subtitles. And I'm going to tell you what are the most common mistakes that students make. It's a very brief commercial, and yet there's tons of mistakes when students submit that. Okay. And here your assignments are the Spanish subtitles for this census commercial, and the video lecture is going to explain everything. But I just wanted to show you the structure. In every module, you're going to see the exact same thing. Introduction, video lectures, and readings, and then you're going to have your assignments. There's only one assignment besides the discussion every week. So we are required, because we are an asynchronous class, we do not mean we're required to have student-to-student interaction and teacher-to-student interaction. So my interaction with you is giving you feedback on what you post, but also on your assignments. I write with my iPad, so that's why you're only required, my iPad pencil. on your Word documents. So I only accept Word documents. I do not accept PDFs. I do not accept pages from Apple because they're not compatible with my iPad Pencil. So the whole reason is for me to give you feedback so that you can improve your skills. So please make sure you read the feedback, because I had a couple situations where in the past where students kept making the same mistake, and I contacted them and I say, hey, I already told you that this is wrong, and in this one you included the same mistake, and it's like, oh, I didn't even see the comments. Where are they? So you need to open up your comments and know why I gave you the grade I gave you, and then look for the feedback, and you're gonna see all the notes that I write on your paper. So I do that for a reason. There's no surprises in my classes. In my classes, I give you the study guide. I give you every single question that is gonna be in the quiz. So there's open notes, open book. So because this is an asynchronous class, so you don't even have to worry or stress about that, because all the answers, not the answers, all the questions are there for you to gather the answers. So this concludes the study, the welcome video, and the review of the major sections of Canvas for this course. I would look forward to meeting each and every one of you, reading about your amazing introductions, your background, your goals. And again, do not get discouraged. I know some students have told me, well, I do speak Spanish, but I do not know how to mark the accents. You will learn how to mark the accents. I look forward to being having an amazing, engaging semester, having an amazing learning journey. So thank you for taking this class.